everybody. I'm sorry, I'm late. I completely forgot I was in there packing boxes. And I looked at the time and I was like, oh shoot, I said I was going to go live today at noon. And it is 1 o'clock. So I trotted out here to the Gypsy Wagon where I'd have a fairly quiet place. And there weren't boxes stacked in the background. But I'm going to wait a few minutes and give everybody a chance to see if y'all were looking for me. I'm sorry. It's been a nutty, nutty time at the Dolly Cottage. So, let me know when you're here. Let me know who's here. Hey, Christy, how are you? How's everything down in the bayou? Hey, Ren. Y'all, please excuse my beautiful appearance, but I've been hoofing boxes and packing boxes, and, well, it's just not pageant day. You know what I mean? Yeah, Christy, I didn't even know I could go live with 500 subscribers. I thought it had to be 1,000. All this time I've been begging so that I could go live, and I found out a couple weeks ago I could. Yeah, we're remodeling. Oh, that's okay, Ren. We're remodeling, having to do a reno on our house. We had joist failure in like we all thought it was one room, but it's like three rooms. So yeah, it's a hot mess. It's a hot mess. We've gotten the front room almost all the sheetrock's almost all the sheetrock's been done. But we've had to leave a little gap on the far wall on the flooring to get to the ductwork, but we can at least walk in there now. Yeah. So tomorrow, one of our really good friends happens to be our pastor, and they're more like our family, and so he is a magician at all this stuff. So he's coming to help us. Sorry, I was looking to see what Bridget was barking at. Um, and so he comes a couple days a week to kind of help us because my husband has to work 12-hour shifts 4 days a week, so that doesn't leave a whole lot of time. And so, but tomorrow he's off, and so they're supposed to start pulling up the floor in the kitchen. Yeah, big fun, big fun. So it's like moving, but you can't really steal the boxes because you got to get to your stuff, and you have to move the boxes 100 times because you got to figure out what's what and where's where, and you think you won't need it, and then you're like, dang, where is that pot? You know what I mean? So this too shall pass, and I'm actually getting to rearrange my kitchen the way it should have been, in my opinion, because it was very stupidly designed. 1980s. Who knew? Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it is a hot mess, and everything's got dust on it. I've got plastic bags over my big girls and boys because they're usually in the living room. But I am going to take most of them out to the nursery today, the doll room, and leave them out there. It's just not very well temperature controlled, but since the temperature is fairly mild, I think they should be fine. And I'll just keep a fan going to keep the air circulating in there. But because I haven't put the air conditioners out there and all that yet, so it's a mess. But I mean, I have a couple of reborns that stay in the Gypsy Wagon. I think I'm gonna sell this one if anybody's interested. He is my little Grinch baby I made a few years ago for a Christmas thing, and he's the Harlow sculpt. And I couldn't find green hair back then, so he's bald, but I think he's cute. I think he's really cute. So I'm thinking about selling some of my extras and try to downsize a little bit. The struggle is real, but I need all the dollars I can get, and I'm gonna go to the doll show, um, the Dot We. So I need to have some Dolly dollars to spend, and this stupid house has sucked up my stash. So I gotta be creative now. Yeah, I did this. I guess it was like 3 Christmases ago, 2 or 3 Christmases ago, And I had three Harlow sculpts when they back when Bountiful Baby used to do that 12 days of Christmas, 12 doll kits for $12. So I bought a bunch of them because I really thought that it would be one of those kits that everybody wanted. So I have this one, and then I have one that I painted that needs to be touched up a little bit. For some reason, she got paint rubs, and I still have a blank kit. So, Dot We, the one in North Carolina, I'm so excited. It'll be my first big reborn doll show. I was gonna go to Dot We last year, and it comes at a really hard time, because it's summertime, the kids are home, something always happens. Like we have an in-ground pool, so something always happens. But I'm determined. I'm going, even if I can only buy a pair of booties while I'm there. I'm going just to have the experience. So I'm going with Shannon. Are you going? I mean, of course, I would love to get a silicone, like a little mini silicone. I'd like to get one of those, but I'm not going to break the bank. No, you're not this year. Dang. A lot of people aren't going this year. Um, and I'd like to go to Yofi, but I don't know if that's a bad time of year too, because that's right there at the holidays. But my daughter and all my grandbabies live right there outside of Orlando, so I might be able to squeak it out. We'll just have to wait and see. Oh, you're going to the Dallas show. Oh, that's fun. Yeah, that's a little far. That's probably closer for you than North Carolina for sure. But I'm really excited because I think Holly's gonna be at Dot We, and we've been friends for years and years, but we've never gotten to be friends in person. So I'm excited about seeing her. Oh, the Kansas doll show is your favorite? Yeah, I heard that was a good one. Sorry, watching the red wasp trying to fly in here. I don't have my fan in here to blow them out the other way. I don't think. I think it's in my other thing. I got dolls and doll apparatus everywhere these days. But this is my little gypsy wagon. I love it. But yeah, I just thought I would jump on here because I love going live. Ren's always really right there on it. And every once in a while, a few people will get on. Then, I don't ever know a good time of day because of the um, different time things. And sorry, we have wasps everywhere out right now. And even though I've got the little dragonfly stuff around the other doors, I didn't bring any out here. Those little fake dragonflies do help, I have to say. Those little ones you clip on because they think because dragonflies apparently eat wasps. Who knew that? Of course, dragonflies are annoying anyway. Like when you're in the pool and they bounce off your noggin. But yeah, I think this is a sweet little baby. And I like the fact that it has an open hand. Ren, I didn't even think about um, this hand for I may have another one of those if you want it for your baby. I'm gonna do. See this open hand? Oh, it's fun though, because I mean, who cares? We had a couple of haters get on the other day, and then you can kind of just make them feel stupid. It's great in the most nice way possible, of course. But you're just kind of like, what are you doing here then if you don't like realistic dolls? You know, it's like I don't go to other people's channels that I'm not interested in, and then make fun of them because they like to, whatever. Well, see, I've got a little splash of Roseanne in my blood, so not really, not literally in my blood, but I can be a smarty pants, so I can give it as good as I get. It don't bother me. I'm pretty thick skinned, you know. That's why I get so upset when they go after my bestie, you know, because she can't. That's why I usually try to divert it to me because I went round and round to favorite ones a couple weeks ago. But I was laughing the entire time, and you know they were getting more angry and more angry and more angry. It was fun. So, right, play with ball cards, collect Matchbox cars, go to Comic Con dressing up all crazy. You know what I mean? Nobody makes fun of them for that. Collect action figures, you know, collect real cars, or people that collect the smaller cars. You don't hear people go, you know, that's not a real car, right? Really? You mean I can't take this magic pill like in Alice in Wonderland and shrink down and drive this car off? I mean, come on, people. Be nice or be quiet. That's what I usually say. Pokemon, yeah. My 10-year-old's into Pokemon big time. Like, he's got a collection here, he's got a collection at his mom's house. I think they do more with that at his mom's house because I just don't have, I'm busy. I don't have time. But I think she kind of collects them and she takes the good ones and leaves him with the other ones. Because he was begging for one of hers the other day and she's like, no, that one's mine. I don't know enough about Pokemon. You know, my kids used to like to go that geocaching when they were caching. How do you say that? Cache, whatever. They used to like that when my oldest daughter was a teenager. They loved that. And that's when that first Pokemon thing came out where you, that virtual thing. And they were trying to do that, I think, a few times. That was stressful. Oh, did she? Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, we've got some Pokemon things, and like, if I'm buying character type things, I always get him like Pokemon pajamas, Pokemon little characters, little doodahs. But he's really more in here because his daddy was in the rodeo and all that, and bull riding and all that. He's really into that, and he loves to go fishing. The boy could fish from the time he got up to the time he went to bed every single day, and he likes snakes. So I found him a book the other day or yesterday. I went to the Habitat for Humanity to see if they had any. I'm looking for a farm sink, but I was hoping I could find one on a remodel. You know that somebody donated. So, but I did find. I always look at books because I love books and I love vintage books, and I'm also into junk journaling. Thanks to Ren. Hey, Barbie Lane, how are you? And so I found him a book all about snakes, and it's not really wordy because he's 10, you know, and 10-year-old boys generally hate to read. So I got him that so he can learn some facts since I have to hear about snakes. You know, he likes all them weird videos like my snake ate my dog and things like that. You're just like, that's gross. Go watch that in your room. Oh, did you up collecting snakes? See, I'm not a snake person. I mean, I don't mind, you know, king snakes because they eat the other snakes, but we've always had chickens, so snakes are not my friend. So my favorite kind of snake is on somebody's boots. I can't. We had, but copperhead. Well, you live in the south too, don't you? So copperheads are a real problem. When I used to live in Florida, and we had coral snakes, and they used to scare me. Hey, Colleen, how are you today? Thanks for joining me. Look, we got 4 people. Yay! Ooh, look at this hair. Y'all, I cut my hair all off back in October because I'd been on the weight loss shots. And you know how it kind of affects your hair because you don't eat enough protein and yada, 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 yada. And so it has thickened up because it was trying to, you know, re-nourish all that stringy hair I had. But now it's kind of grown out and I don't know what to do with it because I haven't ever really had short hair. So it's a hit or miss. Some days it looks all right. But yeah, oh yeah, scorpions, yeah, that's a no. We used to get scorpions in our sink when my first husband and I built our house out in a rural area. That's not a fun thing to wake up to brush your teeth and see a little scorpion tail sticking up at you. Well, it wasn't little. They were like that long. I'm like, I don't even know what to do with that thing. And next on my list are wasps. I know they pollinate things, but couldn't we just have honeybees do that? Because they're always looking for a place to make a nest. No bees. I don't mind. I don't mind the bees. Well, yellow jackets and the wasps, they could all go. I don't mind the bumblebees. I don't mind the honeybees because they're not really worried about me, unless I'm, bothering their thing. So, but the wasps are just mean, and yellow jackets, they're just mean. They just sting you for fun. I got stung the other day. I went to pick up something I had on my little Dolly porch over there, and oh, it was a little container that you keep like the little play food in, and I've got that little kitchen thing set up in there for my uh, YouTube set, and I was like, oh look, here's that little, because I got them at a thrift store or something, and I was gonna go set them up, and I picked it up, and there must have been one up in the handle, and it bit the shnikes out of me. Luckily, it didn't. It wasn't too bad, but it hurt. So I know it was a wasp. Those hurt worse. Stupid things. Hey Penny, how are you? Yeah, I mean, can't the hummingbirds do the job for the for the flowers? I love our hummingbirds. We're all doing pretty good, I think. I'm happy I caught so many people. I usually are later at night, and I don't seem to catch as many folks. I have a new voice from Dolls in the Cradle. I can't wait to show you. Oh, I can't wait to see it. We're waiting for our grandkids. Oh, okay. Okay, well, I appreciate you coming on just for a few minutes, even if you can. That's always fun. I'm loving this live thing. I really am. Now I've just figured out. I didn't realize that YouTube saved them as private. That I have to make them public. That's why one went up last night because I was like, have I? How come I not have any views? So, oh, live is fun. Yes, friend, do tell. Is it a secret? I watched Anne's video the other day where she was showing banks. What did I do? I went over to Ashton Drake to look at it, and I was like, Tanya, you are going to the doll show. Stop it. Because I'm like, well, I could do the payments. That's not that much. Pitiful. Yeah, Anne's dolls went quick. Oh, I bet they did. I bet they did. I just don't have money right this second. You probably missed all this, but I'm sure you heard on another thing. We're renovating our house. So the stash that I thought I was going to have for the doll show dwindled pretty quick because we got to use what we got to use so our house don't fall down. So I'm going to be selling a couple of my dolls, well, more than a couple. I'm selling my 7-month June. So if you're interested, or you hear somebody that's interested, send them my way. She's rooted. She's painted by me. She's from my private collection. So Ren has seen her in person. I've taken her to one meetup. Um, and so she's really, really cute. But I just don't do much with her. And, there's a few that I can never, ever let go. So I'm just trying to thin out some because I have a few more kits that I'm going to be um, selling just because I've got to make the room. None of my ping lows can go because I'm too emotionally invested. And usually they look like somebody important to me. So, but I'm going to sell this little guy. And he's a Baldy. He's a little Grinch baby. or she, if you want to make her a Grinchette. And she's the Harlow from Bountiful Baby. But I've got a Kalita kit that I'm going to do to look like my daughter when she was about 3. And I've got a Mimi kit already. And I've got Dolly on pre-order. So I've got to make some room because those are all pretty big kids. Thank you. I know one of your babies that Julie had, I was hoping to get, but I just ran out of Dolly funds. Ren, you're on it, aren't you, girl? Yeah, I have to paint my own toddlers. I can't afford. I can't, as much as I would love to have, you know, somebody else do a toddler for me. I can't pay 15, 16, $1,700 for something that I can do myself. So, oh yeah, Christy. I know my bedroom is ridiculous right now because I brought all of the stuff in from my doll room because I was keeping my little um she's not really my grandbaby, but she may as well be. Um and that way I could paint because my doll stuff is in a separate building and it wasn't where you wanted to bring the baby out there. You know what I mean? Because it's kind of sheddy. I mean, sheddy. No, I'm not cursing. And she was so little, I didn't really, you never know when there's going to be a spider or something out there. So I brought all my stuff in, and mercy sakes. And then I'm having to move all that stuff, and then it got stuffed in my bedroom and clothes, and all my junk journal and stuff is in there too. The struggle is real. I'm going to be taking a lot of stuff out to the doll room today just to get it out of the house so we can move about since we have to move all this other stuff. My living room looks like somebody picked it up and shook it. Um, Depends on what size because you can always get do you have the round oven? I can't ever think of it. The New Wave, that's what it's called. It Ren, she is the Harlow from Bountiful Baby, or the Grinch is. You have to sometimes if it's like the child size dolls, you have to kind of prop them up as long as their vinyl isn't touching something that gets hot. So you can put, as long as you put like some cloth between it and the side and it's not too close to the heating element, it works. The child size dolls are a challenge a lot of times. That's why a lot of people do them with air dry. Yeah. Yeah. I want to get like one more extension ring. I have one and somebody said they had two on theirs and I was like, huh. I didn't know that two would fit, so I might order another one. Especially with kits that have great big old noggins. But this baby, I'm just selling this baby for like, I don't know, 150, 175 shipped. Y'all think that's a fair price? Painting babies green takes a long time. Anything that's other than a Caucasian color takes a long time, I have learned. He's great movement though. You know, he squunches and his little head's floppy. Mm, his little crooked pacifier. And he'll come with a small box opening for that price, but most of us, have so many clothes anyway. For this size baby, it doesn't matter. But I'll probably send 2 or 3 outfits with him. The one he's got on because it's a Christmas one. I think this is from like Old Navy back a few years ago. Nope, it's Carter's 3 months. So it's a 0 to 3 month size. I mean, it's a little big, but it looks comfy. But I'm gonna sell him. I'm gonna sell my 7 month June. Um, I've got a replica pickle that I'm gonna sell. It's the big one. It looks, I mean, it looks like the authentic size. Um, and not the one Julie sent me. This one I got and I repainted it. You know, it's like a replica plus it's been painted over. Um, I'm thinking about selling my Zoe by Natalie Blick. She's an authentic kit. And because I just really don't do much with her. She's beautiful though. Doodlebug painted her, Penny rooted her with the blonde hair. She's got lots of blonde hair. Um, I've tried to sell my Nicole by Natalie Blick, my child size doll, and I always get somebody that says they want her and they're going to make payments on her and then they don't. Because I have Avery, the boy version, and I do more with him than I do with her. Although he's been kind of neglected lately too. Yeah, I will. Yeah, I'll make a video. My phone's just acting stupid. It acts like it has no memory. I was so frustrated yesterday when I was trying to do my Winnie the Pooh Wednesday videos. That's why it's in two parts because it kept cutting off. And I went in and you know, took some apps off and all that. But I know they do that, so you'll have to go buy a new phone. But I'm thinking about getting like a cheaper tablet, like a $75 tablet, and just doing my videos from there. And that's pretty much all it'll be on there is like YouTube and whatever because it's so frustrating. Bridget says hi. It's my Cocker Spaniel. She barks at air. It's ridiculous. It smells so good out here right now because we got all the clovers blooming. And my husband has, I mean, the yard's not high, but we just got all this burst of clover. I guess they must like this dry, hot, because we're in a drought situation. South Georgia and Florida are burning up. Literally. But I'm not going to go buy a new phone when it does all the phone things I need it to do. Oh, my Zoe is beautiful. She is so pretty. She is so, so pretty. And part of me, the collector part of me goes, she's a sold out kit, you should keep her. But the other collector part of me is like, you're not really doing anything with her. And I used to do a lot with her. I did a lot with her, and I have Vito, and I traded him to a friend of mine, and then I got him back. But she had changed his body. He's on a jointed body, so he doesn't stand anymore. So if I can find a body, maybe that might change my mind, but I really need the money. Oh, you don't like your new phone? I just hate having to, oh, Sophie says hi back. She's a mess. I'm telling you what. Cocker Spaniels, that's why God makes them so cute, because sometimes you're just like, wow, ding dong. She runs into stuff all the time, and she barks at nothing. Or we see nothing. I don't see what she's barking at, but like, right now I mean, it could be something in the ground, I think, because they are critter getters. But she does this all the time. It's gotten so bad. We've got that little clicky thing that doesn't shock them, but it sends that little sound. Sometimes I have to use that because I just can't take the noise anymore. Where you're like, shut it already. And my Labradoodles turned into Cujo. Apparently, all the people, I think somebody that delivers packages has either kicked him or done something to him, because anybody that comes up in a delivery truck, because he used to like them because they keep Scooby snacks. And he's gotten where they won't even get out of the truck. Sometimes they just throw it out in the yard. I'm like, thanks. That's all Bridget needs is something to go get and tear up, because she can tear up a packet. Anything that's in a wrapper, she's all about it. But yeah, the guy told me that FedEx sent me something, or somebody redoing our kitchen, and I didn't know that this cabinet company was going to send me a sample, and they FedExed it because I'm always watching my, you know, um, notifications. And I was taking Willow home, and she lives on the same street as us, but she's about a mile and change down the road. And I had just pulled into her driveway, and he called me, and he was like, Tanya? He was like, yeah, Buckshot's not letting me out of the truck. And I'm like, oh, I didn't know I had anything coming from y'all. So I hurry back over here. Willow's going, I want to see Bubba, because I'll drop her off with her brother. And I got here, and it was just a sample of a door. I'm like, well, but yeah, he wasn't going to let him in, let him out. And the people that send the Timu stuff, I found it slung outside, just slung out there. They actually have started putting stuff in my mailbox, even though that's against the law because they're not official mail carriers. Okay, Rennie. Love you. Thanks for coming by. I either hear a cat or a goat. I don't know. Maybe that's the neighbor's. Bridget, stop. She's over there digging on the bank of the ditch over there. That's how you find a good snake, sister. I gotta get going too. Okay, well, bye, Barbie Lane. Thanks for coming by. But yeah, I'll post the babies on here. I'll just do a post, and because I can manage to do that until I can get my memory fixed on the thing or something, so y'all can see and see what prices. I mean, I'm trying to go for pretty good prices so that they sell. But yeah, the whole reason I started painting is because I couldn't afford people's prices, and that was back in 2018. I couldn't believe it. And now you think back of before you started doing reborns, and think about the money that we spend on things and what we think is a good deal for a baby doll. Isn't that funny? I'll do it when I get done with this. I'll take their pics. I just want to have pictures of them so everybody doesn't go, I need pictures. I got to take a picture of this one. But yeah, I might paint the other one for my collection. I'm kind of like watching them just sitting here. I'm kind of like, it's pretty cute actually. I don't like the one that I painted the first time, but that was years ago. And as you paint, you change your style, and you change your techniques and stuff. She has some paint rubs on her toes, and I don't know why, but I used to have a really hard time with the ends of fingers and toes. I live on the road, and these, oh my gosh, I can only imagine. I can only imagine. It's 570 something here in Georgia. Northwest Georgia is where I live. Crazy. It's crazy. Yep, I don't get political on my channel, but I'm really sad that things have gone the way they've gone because he was doing such a good job last time. Now he's just vengeance, unfortunately, it seems. But, who else could do a better job? I don't know. I hate politics. righty. Well, we love you too, Christy. And yeah, I'll just go ahead and end the live since everybody's got to go. We've been on for 35 minutes. And I'll try to do another one in the next couple of days, but I'll try to post it and actually be on time. I forgot I forgot last night that I was like, well, anybody want to go live at noon? But honestly, I slept in this morning because I haven't slept good for since we started all this construction. I've been so stressed out. That is true. God is the one that's in control. So I don't sweat it too much. I just, like I said, I don't want to get in any politics because I have people that have very strong feelings. And yeah, we all vote for how we vote and we hope for the best. That's how we go. All right. Love you too, Penny. Y'all have a great day. Thanks for coming. And as always, strap in for Spencer, everybody. Please like this video on your way out. Oh, you did. Okay, everybody did. Good, 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 good. Alrighty.